What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name's Nick Trades. I've been an options trader for almost 8 years now, and here is how I find undervalued plays every single week that me and my team are capitalizing on. Let's go switch to the charts. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys now how I quickly find if a stock is overvalued or undervalued. We're going to start off with this example right here with United Rentals, okay? This is a company I follow, a lot. And they basically rent equipment to, forklifts, all sorts of stuff. They rent equipment to businesses, construction. Okay, regardless of what United Rental is, you're going to use this formula, okay? This is EPS estimate, times it by 4 by 30 PE, okay? Now, this might sound like jargon and crazy math. This is nothing very complicated, okay? So I'm going to break it down to you. So right here on their earnings date, and this has already been reported, they were estimated to report 8.94. We're not looking at the revenue. We're not caring about the revenue. Yes, that's important, but right now we're just showing how to quickly find valuation or the value of a stock, okay? So it was estimated to report 8.9, okay? And it was trading at around $800, okay? So to do the quick math, remember the formula that I just showed you guys. They were estimated to report 8.4. We're giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to beat, okay? So they were, you take 8.4, 8.6 in this case, you times it by 4, okay? That gives you a number. You take 8.6 times it by 4, 34.4. You take a 34.4 times 30, okay? Why 30? Because your average stock trades at a 30 price to earnings ratio, okay? That gives you a value of 1,032, okay? Stock was at 800. You're already knowing prior that if they beat their earnings, they're probably going to go near $1,000, okay? And boom, that's exactly what happened. Look right here in United Rentals. Moving on to the next beautiful example. Eli Lilly. Here's another stock, okay? You look here. They were estimated to report 6.9, okay? And they ended up reporting at 8.5. That's a huge, huge jump, okay? That earnings came out. They reported at 8.5. You times that by 4, and then you times that by 30 PE, because average stock trades at a 30 PE. Not every stock, but average stock trades at a 30 price to earnings ratio, gives you 1020. So stock was at $800 or $850. They blew it out the water, and boom, jumped to 100 in 2 days. Simple as that. You could have bought calls just off the numbers. No charts, no fair value gap inversion, and all this jargon you hear. This is just a pure fundamental based on the numbers. How I found these stocks are undervalued. Eli Lilly's fair value is 1020. Next week I can potentially find a dip, create an entry, something like that. And now for the final example on one that was overvalued, okay? We're going to look at one that recently dropped, and there's a lot of people bullish on it. I'm pretty bullish on it. Like, I like the company. It's on my jersey right here. By the way, check out these jerseys at playbit.info. But Hood, okay? My favorite broker. I use Hood, okay? But I know that the valuation was a bit crazy, okay? Hood was trading around $80 at its date of earnings. $80 for one share of Hood, okay? They were estimated to report, what do you see here? 0.38, okay? So you take on your trusty calculator. I'm not a math wizard. I pull out my calculator and everything. You take 0.38, and you see me do it here. You times it by 4. Why? Because 4 quarters per year gives you 1.52, as you can see here, 1.52. You times that by a 30 PE, price to earnings ratio for the average stock in the stock market at the time for a tech stock, 30 to 35 PE. Gives you $45 a share. So you already know Hood is already overvalued at where it's currently at. Hence, Hood was at 80. And look what happened. It dropped 13% after that. Now, doesn't mean that I'm shorting Hood down to 45, because that's probably not going to happen. It's a love stock and people buy it, and but that's how I quickly can, not using charts, nothing crazy, I can find trades, okay? I can quickly examine a stock and I can tell you, hey, this is undervalued here, this is overvalued here, or this is right at, where it should be. And hence, then you become patient and you play the market and you find opportunities, okay? For example, URI was a good one. Lilly is a good one. I know Lilly's worth about $1,020, so it's sitting at $960. So maybe we have an opportunity here, okay? And I'll look for an entry, okay? Hopefully you found this video super interesting. I know it's a little bit weird. It's not your basic thing people teach, but it works. It works. My results speak for it. You guys see my trades every day, and this is how I find them, okay? Nicky Nick Trades, out. And if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? I believe like 60% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another banger. Nicky Nick Trades, out.